What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the one and the only Rumboyz Fantasy Network here on a Tuesday night. Thank you all for joining us. Week 6 is officially here. Week 5 is in the books, and damn, have we got a show for you. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And as always, I am joined by my co-host, Bogart Scott-Free of the GMM Network. Give me money!
Give me money! Hey, that Tuesday night game took my money.
No, yeah, that Tuesday night game fucking
That was, hey, man. One thing I do remember real quick that we said, or one thing that I definitely brought up, and I didn't, man, I should have elaborated on it more because I kind of got over it real quick. But it was the fact that, like, man, it was basically them coming off a bye week, and they came through with a game plan to stop the fuck out of them.
Yeah, they had a wild game plan. I think we both have mentioned that hey, these teams have had a while. I mean, we didn't take into account that one team was just going to greatly game plan more than the other. We more so thought
just
that they were going to be
shellacking too, and then you couple
exactly.
that with Josh Allen just looking like Josh Allen of old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Josh Allen didn't look well tonight. But that's no need for Josh Allen owners to go around worrying right now. You guys don't go in panic. I don't want to see any Josh Allen owners in the chat saying, "All right, do I trade him now?"
Send him
Yeah,
to me.
Yeah, send him to me. Like, like we could talk. We could talk for damn sure. At the top or during tonight's play-by-play, we have broke the news, but we're gonna go ahead and start off the show tonight breaking this news. The goddamn Jets, the New York Jets, go ahead and release Le'Veon Bell after trying to field trade offers from last season all the way now to now. Haven't been able to find any suitors in terms of a trade offer. And even during Le'Veon's departure, if you guys, especially fantasy football, mainly players out there, you remember a time where if you had drafted Le'Veon Bell while he was still a Steeler during that holdout, which resulted in now James Conner being the starter, you know that there weren't many suitors back then for Le'Veon. You know that the Jets were the only ones that kind of came a knocking.
The Niners wanted him too. The Niners wanted him, but he wanted that big old bag, and he went to the shittiest place that would give him that bag. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We were trying to sell us, and during that time when we were trying to get Lev Bell, this was 2018. Yeah, it was 20. No, was it 20? Yeah, it was 2019. And they didn't know. No one knew what we could have been that year in the offseason. So he didn't want to come to us. We didn't look like a contender. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I absolutely.
But to go to the Jets, he didn't look like one either.
I mean, he made 28 mil during 18 games. Like, that's nothing to fret over. But now it's time for him. Now that you made some money, bro, you got to get the fuck out there and prove that you're willing to win, and which is what he tweeted. He's got to get out there and prove that he's ready to go.
It's like wherever he goes, it's gonna fuck up whatever exists there for fantasy. But I'm really trying to think where he can go.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, the Chargers could be a good fit for him. I think either of the LA teams could be a good fit for him.
I'm not mad at that because they kind of have these committees that aren't really handling.
It fits his personality. Let's see here. We have a question here. Extreme Kane, instead of Brandon Cooks for AJ Green, get Chase Claypool.
Why would AJ Green shouldn't be in the conversation? He has a hamstring and he's done.
Exactly. AJ Green is trash. If Brandon Cooks, if this is your 20 team league, and Brandon Cooks is available to you on the waiver wire, like I don't get how that guy is not rostered in a 20 team league by anyone. He sucks. He's not that bad. Claypool had a great showing. We're gonna talk about Chase Claypool here throughout the show.
If T. Higgins is available, ironically, T. Higgins probably seems like he would have the most stability, or a Brandon Cooks.
T. Higgins has had stability for sure.
Because Chase Claypool, to me, like everyone's gonna chase that, and rightfully so.
Yeah,
rightfully so. But like Deontay Johnson, oh shit, you need to know like his entire deal right now. Like, what's the status of the injury? Because he's on this injury report too. You know what I mean? Provides the
exactly.
cover. Yeah.
Exactly. So I mean, in regards to that one, I mean, I feel like in that deep of a league, extreme games, Cooks needs to be rostered. You don't need AJ Green, but yeah, Cooks needs to be rostered. The fact that he's
And
in that
like
roster is
if I get Chase Claypool, I'm not mad at that either. It's a phenomenal schedule for them Steelers. I actually just made a move for James Conner because he has a ton of bad defenses on the docket. And we're talking not just bad run defenses, like bad secondaries. So like, Chase Claypool might be a thing. You know what I mean? It's still I don't think it'll be as consistent.
it's still something that's super up in the air.
Yeah.
It's still
But
something that is super up in the air. Just I mean, just as well as Cooks is in the air. I mean, but those two are
because
still
Cooks can
better
get
than Green.
Cooks can get a concussion or whatnot, and like here's the thing: we finally seen it with Cooks, and there is a nice little string of soft matchups for him too. You know what I mean? So
Just traded James Robinson and Jared Goff for Mahomes and Miles Gaskin in your home league. Nice, nice,
I'm not
nice.
mad at that.
Who should I start at my flex? Gibson, Claypool, or Edmonds? Uh,
That's
let's.
oh shit. He traded the golf. He went from golf to Mahomes. I like that. Good shit.
Yeah, I like that. I like that for
Yeah,
sure, for
I
sure.
don't trust golf.
Zero Destroyer says who should I start at my flex? So Gibson, Claypool, or Chase Edmonds. Getting the week 6 slate here. By the way, there is no Thursday night action, so no one has to worry
Yeah.
about that Thursday night curse. We all dodged that this week.
And I mean, like these start sit questions. It's Tuesday right now. I mean, right now we're really I mean, we'll look over this question for sure. But like,
Yeah,
we're
we'll look over
yeah.
questions, but
But
I
like
mean
we
we
have a
have a Q and
full
A
Q&A
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Yeah. So like and we'll get more information. Plus like your waivers will run and you might be able to, some of these decisions might be made for you, you know what I mean? But so who do you say? You said Gibson and who's the football team playing? Oh, you're pulling up the schedule.
Yeah, he's saying his options are Gibson, Claypool, Edmonds. We're playing the Giants. I mean, yeah, Gibson could
I'm
be a
going
good start
Gibson.
up there. Yeah, I think yeah, go Gibson right there.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
yeah,
And although Claypool is playing the Browns, I don't know about Baker's status. He's on our injury report tonight too. It might be an ugly game or a slower pace game if the Browns are going to try to run more, you know what I mean? And then how about this? I would go Gibson. I like Gibson against the Giants. I love it actually.
exactly. You still don't know what's going to happen there. In terms of Arizona, they're playing the Cowboys Monday night. You don't know what's going to happen in terms of Edmonds or Drake. Evans has been putting up the more fantasy points, but I would go Gibson. He's turning into the guy there.
Yeah.
Um,
You know what's crazy is
Higgins is
they're
rostered. Should I
they're
get
both
Clay?
good. My bad. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Oh no, you're yeah, but oh, no, I get what you're saying though. No, both good
Yeah,
options. But
because it's playing against the Giants. You know what I'm saying? On a Monday
yeah,
night or but I don't know.
uh, yeah, Edmonds competes Monday night.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I'm just gonna get Gibson. Like with it being a full Sunday slate, like unless it's like Zeke or somebody, right? I'm probably gonna try and fill my whole Sunday slate. I'm probably gonna be tinkering back and forth more so with like my Chase Evans or a Kenyon Drake, there in that. But I mean, if I have some stable shit like for Sunday, and I could just load up Sunday and maybe walk away with my W on a Sunday, cool. Like, what if I have to walk in, to a Monday night scenario? Um, you
Yeah,
know,
with Chase Edmonds, Chase Edmonds is not a bad anchor on a Monday if
on
you're
Monday,
looking to
yeah,
like. I mean, so hopefully you're going into a Monday with a lead and you're like, okay, I still got Chase Edmonds there, but also at the same time, I'm playing my better options. Like Chase Edmonds, his snap count is it's not as high as Drake's. You know what I mean? But there is a lot of times he's on the field same time as Drake, so it could be I don't know, man. They're just Chase Edmonds getting the more valuable touches so
yeah.
far, and he's getting targets where Drake's not at all. And Antonio Gibson's just getting all that. You know what I mean? He's getting at least 12, 13 carries a game, and he's getting targets. This last week was kind of an outlier. You saw a lot of J.D. McKissick snaps,
Yeah,
but I mean, I don't know. I think that's just an example of a wonky fucking game where the quarterbacks were shuffling around, and you know what I mean?
Exactly. No, they have time to game plan. They all have time to practice together now. They've got the week, so it should Washington should be a better team underneath Alex Smith now. Should I get Claypool? Should he pick up Claypool for either Jeff Wilson or dropping Jeff Wilson, Judy, Mooney, or Dobbins? Once
I'll
again,
probably
that's
go
your
Wilson there.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably Wilson or Mooney. Those are your only
Yeah,
two
because
options.
J.K.
Mooney, if anything.
Dobbins, you held him this long. Just wait till man, you never know, dog. Mark Ingram could be the next one next week. I'm not hoping any injury on any player,
Yeah,
but
but you
this is
never
why
know.
you're
Yeah,
holding that guy because he's a lottery ticket. Like if anything happens to Mark Ingram, J.K. Dobbins gonna get a fat opportunity. You know what I mean? And as well as versus someone like a Jeff Wilson Jr. where he was kind of a rental until Mostert came back, and then and actually it sucked too because he looked good his first week as a starter or as someone getting a fat workload. The next week he did something wrong in practice. He broke like some kind of protocol, and then they just kind of gave him a spanking, and we ain't seen him. And now Mostert's back, so I'm not fucking with any of that shit.
yeah. I'm gonna agree with you there. Your Titans are trash in your 20-man league. Drew Sample, but Logan Thomas, Burton, Doyle are available. Go Logan
Logan
Thomas. What are you
Thomas,
doing? Yeah, what are
yeah,
you doing? What are you doing? What is everyone else
yeah,
doing?
yeah.
Um,
Man, that
Chubb
Drew Sample
probably is
thing
not going to be
fizzled
back
out
for another
real
two
fast.
weeks. Yeah, that Drew Sample thing
Probably
was just
until
a
after their
sample.
bye week.
Yeah, till after
Like
the
what?
bye week,
See
and
what you
then
did
he'll
there?
be back. See, you like
Yeah.
that. You like that. Let's go ahead and let's dive into the list now. Now that we got through a couple of questions, bro. Damn, let me get the list up. Hang on, I got it.
Yeah.
We
Hold
just
on.
sent like a couple of messages back and forth from them. So first, we are going to start off with the hot topic this weekend, and that is wide receivers. So first off, Sammy Watkins, AJ Green, Deontay Johnson, Keenan Allen, all dealt with injuries this past weekend, week 5. So with Sammy Watkins, AJ Brown, Deontay Johnson, and Keenan Allen all going down, this leaves you guys to be able to go on the waiver wires, and you could go for Chase Claypool right now is the hot one. I know that everyone is anxious about that one.
I
I'm going to run out and go get him if he's going to be taking over the Deontay Johnson targets.
Yeah, and if I do have T Higgins on this list just in case he because we've been telling people to pick him up the last few weeks. He's been getting the majority of the targets over AJ Green for the past 3 weeks. Now AJ Green has a hamstring, and I think he just don't want to play. You know what I mean? Let's
I
be
don't think
honest.
that he want he's
He
I
don't
don't
even
think
got
he's
it no
even one to
more.
be in Cincinnati. Yeah, he doesn't got it anymore.
Yeah.
Personally.
So
Um,
and then who else do we have on there? I forget. I can't remember the order. Maybe I'll pull it up too.
Higgins, Claypool, Henry Ruggs, and Kill Harry, Preston Williams, and Travis Fulgham.
Yeah. So obviously, a lot of leagues have Henry Ruggs, but when I looked at his rostership in Yahoo, he was under the threshold. So there could be a small chance that he's available. Somebody might have dropped him like a week ago. It's just worth a look, you know what I mean? Because he actually finally looked like what they drafted him for. You know what I mean? Also, that dude Travis Mutafogrum. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, this dude, he's on the list, but he's at the bottom of the list because he went 13. He went 10 for 13, 152. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, good, bro.
Yeah, no, 152 yards and a touchdown. So like that's nothing to sneeze at. He's what everyone wanted. All the Greg Ward people that were swooping him up past couple weeks. It's been this guy. You know what I mean? But he's at the bottom of the list. He's a plug and play until like whoever the fuck comes back, Jeffrey or Jackson, if that even ever happens, because it might not even. So Travis Fulgham, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mudda Fulgham, you know what I mean?
yo, yeah. Even when I was trying to say his name yesterday, I was like, yo, that this is a tough ass name. Yeah, really quick. Shit, you had audible on me because I was looking up Mike Williams in the process.
Oh yeah,
Mike Williams, he's
he's over.
34% rostered. You guys can go and
Oh
get Mike
wow,
Williams.
Yeah, he's widely available.
Yeah, he's the problem with Mike Williams is that he's not rosterable when Keenan Allen is healthy.
Yeah, and
You
they're
cannot
going on a bye
roster.
week.
Yeah, then they're going to be going on a bye week.
This week. Yeah.
You can't roster Mike Williams like and expect anything crazy. Like with them being on a bye week and then them coming back like here week 7. You're not going to get any production out of him. So that's why he's not really on this list. Just because you're not going to get usage out of him. Like by the time that he comes back,
If he's available and you don't get any of these other guys on the top of the list,
he's at the very bottom, I feel.
yeah, I would still grab him if you can't get your hands on any of these other guys immediately because we still need more information on what kind of back injury Keenan Allen had.
They were spasms.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they were spasms.
I was hoping it wasn't no like slip disc or nothing like that because that motherfucker, it was one drive and he looked phenomenal as he has been with with the Herbert. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel that. I feel that. No, from what I heard, it's back spasms. He's gonna get a bye week. He's gonna get the rest. And then he'll be back. So week 7, he should be back. By the way, guys, Chargers, Seahawks, Saints, Raiders are all of your bye weeks this week. Again, Chargers, Seahawks, Raiders, Saints, all on bye this weekend.
One of my teams legit has DK, Keenan Allen, and Michael Thomas, and I'm like, damn, this is gonna be a fun week.
On one of my in my dynasty league that like I'm now like having better luck in during these bye weeks. Thank gosh. I luckily just traded away Russell Wilson and got Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, that's right. I was there.
So I saved my ass on the bye week just by this fucking much, dog.
Yeah,
that fucking much.
When is the Chiefs bye week? Don't worry about that. Actually,
yeah, I'm not even gonna go in. I don't do that.
Yeah, I stopped myself right. I was like, I'm not because I got a lot of Chiefs players here. I'm like, I'll cross that bridge when I get there.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So that's what we're looking at for wide receiver in terms of priority. Me personally, I know that you're huge on Higgins. Higgins has been the most stable, so that is why Bogart is big on Higgins.
But it's going to be a small percentage chance that he's not rostered already. You know what I mean? Because he's been on this list for weeks on end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've been talking about him. I mean, I mean, hold on there. I mean, I can just double check that one time. I mean, I'm pretty sure that he's still floating around there for a lot of people. I mean, if he's below 60%, like he's 41%. Like Higgins is still available to you guys.
Are you looking on ESPN?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but usually that's pretty like fairly consensus. Like that's fairly across the board. Like every league that I'm playing in, like even in my NFL league, he's not heavily rostered like that. So you guys can go and get you some T Higgins still. Chase Claypool, you're definitely gonna be able to go and get. Henry Ruggs, you guys should be able to go and get and kill Harry. That one I feel like should be a toss up.
That one's a toss up. I had to put him on because he is widely available, but also like Cam Newton should be back this week.
Yep.
He looks for that guy. So
if you're just looking for a weekly flyer, right? One of the guys that should be at the top of the wide receiver list should be Preston Williams. Yep. Because they are playing the goddamn Jets. Yeah. And the Jets just got rid of Le'Veon. So like everything is about to be even worse for the Jets. Like things are just about to be completely even worse for the Jets.
And it is gonna be shovel face back. So like I mean like it actually might be like a ugly shootout. Like you know what I mean? Like because they couldn't run the ball anyway already with Bell. They're just gonna have to throw that thing a lot. So we could have some back and forth action here. Preston Williams is in a good spot.
Yeah, Preston Williams. Like if you're looking for a weekly flyer, but I mean, you're just looking for like overall. I could say, Higgins, Chase Claypool could flip flop back and forth. Henry Ruggs, like Derek Carr is continuing to impress me. There's a problem with if you go this week and you seek out Henry Ruggs, they're on that bye right now. Okay. Yeah. So you need to be thinking about that strategically, okay? If you're getting him, you know that you're putting him in the pocket, all right?
Yeah.
Um, and then Fulgrim. Fulgrim is the guy that on the list that I'm just wanting to see more of. That's just me
Who they?
personally, so I'm
They
not putting in
playing
any
Baltimore?
claims.
Are they playing Baltimore this week?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're hosting. The Eagles are
Yeah.
hosting.
Yeah. That's probably not the best matchup, but it's a volume play.
Yeah.
He was getting volume the last 2 weeks.
Let's see here.
Last
Running
week for
back
sure.
injuries. Uh,
Dalvin Cook,
Dalvin
obviously.
Cook, yeah, is the obvious one. I think really the only one.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, now I guess we could put Le'Veon Bell on there. His situation's hurt, so you probably have Le'Veon Bell right now for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably
Yeah, I guess
even.
yeah. We could add not really an injury, but sure. Yeah.
Is there anybody we look at in his absence? Frank Gore, Perrine, or whatever his name is. Who else is
No,
over there? Yeah, no one,
no,
right?
no.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all like this.
Adam Gaze is a
Out
bum.
out. Well, Adam Gase is a bum. Um, right now, if you have Le'Veon, see if you can actually maybe shop that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad if you guys send Le'Veon offers. Don't send me Le'Veon offers if we're in leagues together.
For real.
Because you already know how that's going to turn out. He gets the same treatment that I treat Joe Mixon. So yeah, don't send me Le'Veon offers, but send out Le'Veon offers. You should be trying to move Le'Veon. Now, what I really, really did want to say, and what I really did want to make sure that I touched on is that Alexander Madison is definitely 41.6% rostered. Go get him.
Yeah.
Go get Alexander Madison. You are
Yeah.
putting in a claim for Alexander Madison, okay? All that Chase Claypool hype, you're removing. Okay, think of it. Think of it like there's just all the hype is just this smoke cloud in front of you. You're putting your hands through it, and then when you clear the smoke and you clear that out, Alexander Madison's right on the other side. This is a running back needy year. If Alexander Madison is available to you on waivers,
Yeah.
that is the claim that you are putting in.
And shame on you if you have Dalvin Cook and you weren't rostering Alexander Madison, knowing Dalvin Cook has an injury history. And hey, what do you know? He's injured. And this is one of those plays, run boys and girls, that if you can get if you need a running back and you get and Alexander Madison's available, you get him. You play him
Yep.
against the Atlanta Falcons, who are one of the more terrible run defenses. And then they go on a bye week. Then during that bye week, you trade him to the Dalvin Cook owner and get something you could play that
And
week.
and this is super relevant to what J Rock just put here into the chat. Alexander Madison, James White, or Miles Gaskin PPR.
Oh,
You're
damn, Miles
find a
Gaskin's
way.
out
What I
there.
want you to do, J Rock, is I want you to find a way. By the way, guys, things in the NFL are about to get crazy as fuck because it's 3 weeks before the trade deadline. Okay, so you're about to see a lot of crazy shit. What I want you to do, J Rock, is I want
Wait,
you
they
to
moved
find
up the deadline? I thought it was like November.
that'd be 3 weeks from
Oh
today.
shit, we're in October. Oh
It's
shit.
Rumtober,
Yeah,
bro.
you're right. Well, I mean, yeah, I keep
Um,
forgetting I know it's Rumtober. I keep
J
forgetting it's October.
J Rock, what I want you to do is try and find a way for me to where you can put Madison and Miles Gaskin in there together, especially for this week. If you can run that 1-2 punch, I promise you, you're gonna be walking
I
around
thought
this
you was
week
talking
big dick
about
energy.
availability,
No.
like
I think he's just asking in
who to
general.
start.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah, Gaskin has a nice matchup against the Jets. Should eat.
Ooh, Connor Burke is hurt. And he said Mike Williams on bye, Wilson on bye, Chubb and CMC on IR. QBs after Wilson are Flacco, Haskins, Baker. This week will be a killer. You got Baker. You're fine. You're fine.
I mean,
You're fine,
Baker.
bro.
What's Baker's status on his shoulder? Is he practicing it? I mean,
Oh
was it?
shit, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
true. We don't know about that yet.
he had a
He's
rib
he's a
injury.
warrior. He's a warrior though.
Yeah,
He's gonna
he
ball.
literally
He's
said,
gonna be fine.
My parents didn't raise no wuss." He said some shit
Was
like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If he's good to go, he's gonna be good to go. Um.
Listen,
So let me
Connor,
just. I gotta head to Twitter
I
really
got
quick.
running backs for you. I want CMC. Let's go. Let's go. I got Harris and something else for you. We'll figure this out, Connor. Send me some offers.
There's no fucking way.
So with Baker Mayfield, he had got a rib injury, came back to the game, left the game, came back, then sustained some kind of shoulder injury in his throwing shoulder. I haven't read any information since then. And I'm pretty sure there was a practice
Hold
Monday.
on. Did J-Lo said Juju was dropped? Huh? Oh,
What?
he's talking about Extreme Kane's 10-man league. Oh, I'll take that question in a second, man. He's dropping like crazy. Like he's like serious on the questions. Like had me just checking Twitter when I saw that comment. I was like, what? Like, hold on, no, Juju's not dropped. Okay, let's get back into this list, guys. We're gonna help you with Q&A. That's what we're here for tomorrow. If we get through this list, we'll help you with a little bit of that as well. So yeah, Alexander Madison is definitely out there for you guys. Justin Jackson, I'm liking that. I'm liking that you put that one down.
Yeah, it's another stash though, because you know what I mean. It's bye week, so
It's a bye week. Yeah, that's that bye week stash.
here's the one thing, man. That game script, they were in control of that game for the most part on Monday against the Saints, and like, you know, like if they're in control of the game and you're running the ball, you would think, okay, it would be the lead guy. It wasn't Kelly. Kelly stayed with his normal role, and it was all Justin Jackson doing like the Austin Eckler role. So, you know what I mean? Justin Jackson, my Josh Kelly shares, I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm putting those to the side till I see any different.
I'm with that. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the exact same. I felt the exact same, and it made it a lot easier because I have a league where I have on my bench a lot of young talent in Gibson and Kelly, and it made it that much easier. Where I'm like, well, Kelly, you're now not going to be starting. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Gibson's going to be getting that roll over you. Damian Harris, let me check. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to get a shot at Damian per se at this point.
Well, here's the thing: is like, you know, there's a chance someone might have dropped him over this sudden bye week, and they needed to make a move. You know what I mean? I'm just saying because he was on our list for pickup last week.
Last week, yeah.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. I mean, he just put 100 on the ground.
Yeah, on 17 attempts, he's got a hundo. He's 39% roster, guys. Go get you some Damian Harris.
Yeah,
Damian Harris will be available in your leagues. If you're in standard with Damian Harris, I may be trying to more so go for like we said, trying to look for that Alexander Madison availability. Just because you're going to be relying on him to find the end zone, and Damian Harris hasn't found the end zone. But with him having 100 yards on 17 attempts, it'll only be a matter of time. Yeah, so it'll only be a matter of time before he finds the end zone.
If Cam's coming back, you know, all the buzz coming out of camp was about Cam and then Harris leading the backfield, and then he, you know, got a hairline fracture in his thumb. So you know what I mean. And we haven't seen, you know, then Cam got COVID, obviously. So now we're gonna finally see them together in real game time action. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if he can do that with 17 carries, imagine when, you know, they're keeping a spy on Cam Newton, and that opens up that rushing lane for Harris. You know what I mean?
Exactly. No, I'm with that.
Yeah.
You put down Cam Akers for Los Angeles. What's up with that?
I put him down because he finally got in some game action since week 1, and like he didn't look bad. It was very minimal touches. It's just this is why he's all the way at the bottom. He's all the way at the bottom of the list. Like if I'm needing in running back, I'm not gonna just be like, oh, I couldn't get all those other guys. I'll pass on Cam Akers. You gotta grab him. This is that type of year. You know what I mean? And
yeah, 61 yards on his 9 attempts. I mean, like some
not bad.
Yeah, some shit's gonna pop off for the kid. You know, he's gonna he.
That's about a little bit under 4.8 yards a carry, something like that. I can't do the exact math.
Well, on his 9, I mean, he had more yards than Henderson. I mean, Henderson on his 15 attempts had 38. So I mean,
I'm telling you, that's why it was just worth like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, because he was dropped everywhere. Even I dropped him in a few spots, and I'm trying to reacquire him.
You know I dropped him in a couple places.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try to reacquire him just to stash him back. You know what I mean? Like this is just that crazy year, bro. Like your running backs are scarce. He's in. Hey, if Brown Brown's nothing. Let's be clear. Brown was just a week one thing. That was it. You know what I mean? Henderson, he's just the one who's winning the job right now because it was between him or Brown. Cam Akers is slowly coming back to health. They drafted him with a higher draft capital. He is a dope talent, bro. Like it's just
Yeah.
like he's good.
Daryl
So
Henderson is really just like a super violent runner.
yeah,
Like a super violent runner.
yeah.
And then finally JD McKissick.
This is a deeper league ad for sure. This I
Okay.
had to put him on there, and I wasn't gonna specify once this name came up because his snap count was just. I mean, he's like a. There's no ceiling to this guy, but like, I mean, what are you gonna do, Frank Gore or J.D. McKissick or like this is like when you get into that realm. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's so scarce out there. Like like hey, I would. That's when you start being like, oh, give me Cam Akers, right? So it's like these are just guys that are available. You know what I mean? That we're talking about, in massively available.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, I'm with that.
Yeah.
And then obviously Justin Jackson. You guys saw his performance this past Sunday. I think that kind of speaks
Yeah.
for
Speaks
itself.
for itself.
Extreme Kane said in his 10-team league with Hilton, Juju, Hollywood, Higgins, Chenault all dropped on Friday or Thursday. Dude, if those guys are dropped, go get them. Go
Oh
get
yeah,
them.
I forgot to put Chenault on this list also because we don't know what this, and I forgot to put DJ Chark on this injury report. He got an ankle. We don't know the severity, but theoretically, the next guy would be their high draft capital they spent on a Laviska Chenault, who they also use out of the backfield with jet sweeps, and they used him. He's like a Swiss Army knife. They put him out at tight end. They put him out wide. They put him, you know what I mean? Like he's a do it all. I think like he gets a boost if there is no Chark. You know what I mean?
I
Versus Keelan Cole, because we've seen this already before when there was no Chark. Even myself, I was like, oh, it's Keelan Cole time. No, Keelan Cole, he has his own role where he's more the underneath stuff. You know what I mean? So he's like the Jamison Crowder that when Washington was
when Washington had him, yeah.
When Jay Gruden was in Washington. So it's like that's it's gonna be Laviska Shenault. So you know what I mean?
Re-
That's yeah.
really quick, I do just want to add one thing because I know that we kind of shortchanged Justin Jackson, guys. He is going high. Okay. He is gone. Like he is 54% rostered. So hurry up and go put in that claim if you're one of those running back needy teams. If you're the Eckler owner that's still running around wondering what the fuck, and you didn't make this obvious move before, use this to
Well,
redeem yourself.
and here's the thing too is like it became obvious after Monday because like last week it was a speculative grab. Me myself, I was like, if Josh Kelly's out there, grab him because I felt like the draft capital was there. We were already seeing him get valuable touches in the red zone, but we also stated that hey, it might not be out of the realm of possibility that Justin Jackson hasn't seen the field one because he was hurt early in the year, and then Josh Kelly could just stay that role where he's
Mm.
they give him the tough, they give him some short yardage situations. They gave him goal line carries, but other than that, that's kind of been it. The passing work, being lined up different places around the field, that was all Austin Eckler. But it was Justin Jackson on Monday against the Saints in that
Yeah.
role. So we got that to go on right now. If you have Justin Jackson, you're stashing him away. Maybe you go to the Austin Eckler owner, and if you need, because maybe you're holding on Justin Jackson, he's not gonna do anything for you in a bye week, and only gets closer till Austin Eckler comes back. Maybe you go talk to the Eckler owner because that guy don't got nothing to do with Eckler right now. You say, hey, here's Justin Jackson, and you try to get something up off of him that you need.
Yep. Get something. Yep. That's that hustle. That's that good old fashioned hustle right there.
Yeah.
Um, Karate Cowboy said, just watch the highlights. Titans D looked well. Schemes, and about it. Another deep playoff run for the Titans. Definitely going to be another deep run.
Yeah, I had
For
them
the
winning that
Titans.
division. I
Uh,
definitely had them win the division.
could be true. J Love says, I have the number one waiver. I have Eckler in my IR. Do I grab Justin Jackson or Madison? Try you don't want anyone to kind of
If you need someone for this week, I'm grabbing Madison, to be honest, because then
Yeah.
Because then Madison goes on a bye week, and then after that, I want Madison this week.
Then
Like
after that, you get
you're not
Eckler
going to be
back.
able to start Justin Jackson.
Yeah,
You know
you're
what I
not.
mean?
Yeah, you're not.
This
You're not
week,
going to start him. You're not going to
yeah,
start. You're not going to start Justin Jackson, knowing that you could have started Alexander Madison.
against Atlanta,
Yeah,
who's like every week in and week out, giving up mad production to opposing running backs. So I'm going with that. It's everything you got to think week to week as much as we got to think like for the
think
long
long
term.
term. Yep.
Yeah, because it's like especially like a lot of times. Steamboat actually said this on the show last night. He said a lot of your moves right now could be dictated on what your record is looking like.
Yes.
So like, what's your record in that one, J Love? Because if your record's looking a type of way and you need some wins, I'm gonna go ahead and get Alexander Madison.
And I'm gonna take the win that I can get right here, right now.
Yeah, yeah, or
You
just
know.
something that can contribute to a win. Because Justin Jackson, if you have a solid record in there, get Justin Jackson, stash him away. We're probably about 3 more weeks away from seeing Austin Eckler. You know what I mean, including this bye week. So Justin Jackson could very well just be like, a 2 week thing after the bye week.
Exactly, and I think that Madison is going to produce in the absence of Cook.
And Madison's someone I would probably hold on to if I couldn't move him after, because Cook is like a ticking time bomb. You know what I mean? Like, it's a good thing that they have this bye week after Atlanta, because then they don't need it. They can hopefully Cook is right by the time he gets back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a growing injury. Like expect Cook 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
He'll be down 4 tops.
Yeah, depending on how bad. Yeah.
Yeah, depending on how bad it is.
And they're not going to tell us no information because we don't need to know right now. He's just going to be a DMP all week. He's already going to be ruled out probably by tomorrow.
As a 13 hours, the information that I know is he possibly could not play, even despite the MRI session going well.
Yeah. So at minimum, he's back by best case scenario, Cook is back after their bye week, but he's not. At minimum, he's not playing this week. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Let's talk some tight ends. So tight ends this week that you guys got to run out and get. Of course, again, Dalton Schultz, Robert Tonyan, Jimmy Graham, and Trey Burton. I was about to say the first three guys. We've been bringing these names up constantly. I'm gonna allow those gentlemen's body of work to just speak for themselves. If you don't have these guys rostered and you're still running around struggling at the tight end position, that's that for the last 3 weeks, these have been relevant names, and that's on you. Now, Trey Burton, bogey.
Okay, so Trey Burton he's just a speculative grab. You know what I mean? Like, because they haven't really panned out who's gonna be that tight end. Everyone's like, Jack Doyle. Then he got hurt. Then it's like, oh, Trey Burton, he got hurt. Then it's like, oh shit, Mo Alley Cox time. He had a 2 game stretch that was phenomenal. You know what I mean? I mean, he kind of disappeared again in a good matchup against the Browns. That should have been a smash spot for him. But maybe because Trey Burton was back and he was running the routes.
Yeah, Burton and Doyle and being back, like those guys being back.
He ran like 3 times more the routes that Mo Alley Cox did, and like Trey Burton was in there on the red zone packages. I'm just saying,
if you were running Mo Alley Cox for while that train was hot, you still have him. Drop him. Go get you Jimmy Graham. Go get you Tiny. Go get you Schultz.
Yeah, and then like if you're in a deeper league, it's not a bad speculative grab for a Trey Burton, because I mean Trey Burton still was a system guy. Trey Burton was the thing with the Eagles when it was Frank Reich. You know what I mean? And there's a reason Frank Reich brought him over.
He was a thing with the Bears for a short while too.
Yeah, he really was. He had 8 touchdowns that year, that first year he was there.
So yeah, I mean, that's a speculative grab, bro. You're right.
Yeah, exactly.
But if I could have it my way, I'm gonna go for the first 3.
Of course. I mean, that's why this guy. I usually order them in priority. How to target these guys. Plus, like, it's a wasteland in that position. That's why a name like, Trey Burton gets thrown on there. I mean,
right? It's one of those. If it works and it pulls off for you, then you're all set and good. Let's see here. Ryan says, should I trade DJ Moore and Rojo for CeeDee Lamb PPR redraft?
No. Well, I mean, I guess so. I
That
mean,
one's
like
tough.
that was tough because like I think you might be giving up too much. Cause but Rojo, I would try to see if I could just get Rojo for CeeDee Lamb right now and just push the narrative that like it's not gonna look the same with Andy Dalton because
Yeah.
I don't care about the change from Andy Dalton from Prescott to Dalton, to be honest. I think not a lot's gonna change. You know what I mean? Because I mean, shit, Dalton should be still throwing the ball
I'm
40 times a game. You know what I mean?
I'm in agreement with Bogart in that move is really more so about the approach. Like I don't feel like you need to give up that much. I feel like that you could really, depending on how good
If,
your powers of persuasion are.
And if
I
that guy
think
needs running back, I'm like, listen, you need running back, bro. Look at what Rojo just did. Like, because you got to remember, Rojo's someone you kind of want to move off of. It's, you got fucking Leonard Fournette over there. You got, Keyshawn Vaughn. You still got a
Leonard
hurt,
Foreskin,
yeah, Leonard Foreskin, Shady McCoy,
like
Keyshawn
it's
Vaughn. Like, there's a lot of heads. They might fuck around and end up with Lev Bell over there.
yeah, like I'm just yeah. I mean, if maybe you could just get away with moving Rojo, then I think for CeeDee Lamb, I think that's going to benefit you a whole hell of a lot more.
Because I think
Um,
what we saw with DJ Moore, as pun intended, we might see more of that. I'm just saying, like, it was an exploitable matchup, and he was able to exploit it. You know what I'm saying? So, and with
I'm,
the emergence of Robbie Anderson in that offense, there was a lot
my
more
dog.
attention being, yeah, there's a lot more attention being paid to him in this past game, and then DJ Moore is able to get loose on a few.
Yeah, I wish more people put respect on my
Me
dog
too.
Robbie Anderson's name.
I fuck with Robbie.
Um, I love this question here by Karate Cowboy. Um, how much
Hell
action
of a
is
name, Karate Cowboy. I like that
yo?
name.
Hey, he's a dope dude. He's a pretty cool dude, man. He's a good
Nice.
follower. He says, how much action is Herbert getting in fantasy football right now
A lot.
after he laser beamed all over Monday Night Football? So right now,
He's been doing that for the past 3 weeks too.
this so tomorrow morning the
4 weeks.
stats will definitely change. He at the current moment he's rostered 35.6%, and that's been up over the last week 23.9%. So expect that to skyrocket tomorrow,
Yeah.
especially with one Dak Prescott to go down. Expect
Yeah.
the amateurs. Here's what the amateurs are gonna do that lost Dak.
They're gonna go
Okay,
grab Dalton.
they're gonna go grab Dalton.
Yeah.
That's where you swoop in, and if you went and you let's say for your waiver priorities you went Alexander Madison and then Chase Claypool. You hit on one of them, but you didn't hit on the other. On the third one, you put in for fucking Justin Herbert, right? Or you put in for Dalton, like just fucking around, and then someone the Dak owner gets Dalton. That's where you swoop in and you grab Herbert. That's where
Man,
you swoop in and you grab Herbert.
you're gonna have to wait on him, but Herbert's the type of QB in a single QB league. If I don't have Russell Wilson, or if I don't have, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, you know what I mean?
If I don't have in
Josh
a single,
Allen, I would just have Justin Herbert roll him out there.
yeah, like if I don't have one of those top tier QBs, if I have one of these guys that's shaky week to week, or they're not giving me the point totals that I need. If I'm rocking with the guy at QB and that person at QB is the reason why I'm losing by like 6 points, 10 points, week in week out, I might go holla at Herbert.
Yeah, and like this is if you need a QB this week, and Herbert's there, grab Herbert, then go
Yep.
look and maybe spot start Dalton this week,
Yeah.
or because Herbert's on a bye, maybe go spot start Fitzpatrick if he's available. Maybe even a Minshew. Minshew has a great matchup against Detroit. Like these. Like matter of fact, I would hold on to any of those guys plus Herbert and just play matchups the rest of the way. Like because Herbert,
Yep.
he's gonna be in shootouts. He got the Chiefs on the
Put it
docket
put
one more
it this
time.
way: if you have a bye week, if you're one of those fantasy football players that plays the long game, you know, and you have a bye week coming up, or even if you're single QB, this technique works great for single QB, even your super flex, your super QB leagues. and you need to have a guy that's going to get in there, for one of your QBs. Go get you Herbert. Well, in two QBs, Herbert's gone. But in your single QBs, go get you some Herbert. Rain says, bruh, both of my tight ends had 1.6 points, Ertz and Schultz. That's a one-off. That's a
Yeah,
one-off.
the
Now
the
with
Ertz
Ertz,
the
I'm
Ertz
trying to
thing
trade
that might
Ertz.
not be a one-off. The
Yeah, the
Ertz
Ertz thing,
thing,
yeah. But
the
I'm trying to
Schultz
trade Ertz.
the Schultz thing. It's still I would try to move. First of all, I'm holding on to both of them if you can't get anything else. But I'm trying to trade away Ertz off a name value. And I'm gonna see what it looks like with a full game started by Andy Dalton, like which tight end he favors. Because there is a realm of possibility where only Dak favored Dalton Schultz. You know what I mean? And like Dak was throwing the ball like basically 50 times a game. Maybe are they gonna do a more run, a heavy approach
But
with Zeke? Like I mean, I
But
still
then
think that
that's when
defense
you.
is
But then
bad.
that's when you. But that's when you make a move for one of the guys that we listed,
Yeah,
Tanyan or Graham. Like, so if you're the Schultz owner and you haven't been impressed with him, or you're worried about
yeah.
maybe Dak being the only QB that favored him, and now Dalton's not going to favor him, then you gotta go. Then you gotta be rocking with Jimmy Graham or Tanyan. Like, I don't know how.
There's still
I've seen Jimmy Graham ad drop
yeah.
so many
Well, because he's
times,
touchdown or bust every week. You know what I mean?
but he's getting there, and that the Bears are
That's true.
going to him. Like, he's actually booming more than busting a lot lately. I feel, at least the
I,
weeks that I've had him, and
I,
I've also
I
been one of
still
those guys
think
that's ad dropped him too.
I still think like it's not a safe dice roll this week for a Dalton Schultz against Arizona. They still are giving up production to the tight end.
No,
Maybe they're not giving
that's
up
what
the
I'm
touchdowns
saying,
no more,
and
but
that's why I
yeah,
say what I say there, and
yeah.
I'm gonna go with either Graham or Tanyan.
Let me ask you something
Extreme
about
Kane,
Tanyan
what's
real
up?
quick. Do you think Robert Tanyan is just a product of Devontae Adams being absent because of injury?
I think that is a twofold scenario. Okay.
Okay.
I think that is the biggest piece of it. So let's put that at about 60%. The other 30% is that Aaron Rodgers is like, holy fuck, I have a tight end again.
Yeah, true, huh? He hasn't had one for real since like what? Fitz, what's his name?
Since
Green.
Graham.
No, no, not even Graham, because
I feel that way.
Graham wasn't relevant with him really. Graham was like
Or
once
yeah, you're
it
right.
was Finley.
Was it?
Yeah, like this was like way back in the days, bro.
Yeah,
I
he
forgot
hasn't
the
had a
name.
tight end in fucking forever, dude.
Yeah, I think his name was Finley, if I remember correctly. Something Finley, but yeah, but see, that's how
I
long
think
ago it was.
Graham. No,
Like,
I feel like Graham was like the last solid one that he had.
yeah, but see, here's the thing with Graham. It was yeah, he was a solid tight end talent wise, but he didn't perform over there. You know what I mean? Even Mercedes Lewis during those Jimmy Graham times, arguably had the same type of production. Like, it
Production,
was
yeah.
yeah, like Jimmy Graham was just a name over there, because yeah, but yeah, I mean,
Who is?
like, go ahead.
Oh no, Extreme Kane asks who's better long term, John Smith or Jimmy Graham? It's John
John
Smith.
New, John New's the
Yeah.
guy. John New's the guy. I
J
mean,
Love
like,
says sleeper for him is Irv Smith. I know he hasn't rostered much, and he finally got
I
involved
like
in the
it.
office last week.
Yeah,
Super deep. Yeah.
I like it that when you see someone like a Irv Smith be lined up out wide too, like because like you know what I'm saying, like it's really just Thielen and Jefferson, and then because
D-
Kyle Rudolph is taking a back seat, you know what I mean? But yeah,
Damian
super
Harris,
deep.
Damian Harris or Joshua Kelly. I don't know who to start. Damian Harris.
Damian Harris.
Damian
You can't
Harris.
start Joshua Kelly this week.
Yeah,
He's on a
Joshua
bye
Kelly. You
week.
can't.
That
Billy.
was an easy
Billy.
one.
I'm sorry it took us a minute to get to your question. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel. Yeah, dude, you gotta go Damian Harris. I noticed that you typed that in a little bit.
Yeah.
You typed that in a couple of times so we could get to it.
Yeah, my bad, dude. Yeah, we.
Uh, let's see. Do I start Justin Herbert over Kyler Murray?
Not this week.
Ooh,
Kyler Murray is playing. Justin Herbert's on a bye week.
yeah. Herbert's on a bye
And
week.
and then like if you got that scenario, move after like you got to look at Kenyon Drake's schedule coming up. Those are two guys you could flip flop week in and week out and just play them against the bad matchups. Because Kyler Murray got the Cowboys this week, he's gonna ball. Plus, obviously you're playing him over Herbert. Herbert's on a bye week. I mean, I would just look. I would just do that. Look at the upcoming schedules. We're 5 weeks in right now.
You're playing
You
right
know what
this week. You're
defenses are
playing.
bad.
Yeah, this week you're playing. I'm not even gonna go that far into that question with it
Yeah.
being a bye week.
You
I'm not even gonna.
just hold on to those two guys. You're set for the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Play the matchups between those two guys.
Any official word on the extent of Dak's injury? Poor dude was on a burner
Season
of the
ending.
season. Yeah, it's season ending. It's season ending.
Yeah, You're not. He's not coming back. And it's funny too, because man, one of my opponents this week, I looked on his roster, and not even in the IR on the just the bench, he had Saquon. Listen, man, you could let that man go. You know what I mean? He's not coming back. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Yep, you can just let it go.
Yeah, Saquon on there. I was like, listen, I get it though. Maybe he wants the fantasy moral support in the locker room. You know what I mean? Yo, you can let go of that, man. Same thing with Dak. Like, unless you're like a hardcore Cowboys fan, you want to keep him on your team, put him in the IR, I guess. But yeah,
Yep.
He's done. You know what I mean? Hopefully he gets back. And he's still that same phenomenal player he is after.
What up, DFW 214 Cowboys Nation? Thanks for joining.
Yep.
We're sorry for your quarterback, man. We're sorry for your quarterback.
Yeah, man. that guy. Hopefully they figure out something over there, man. Because that might be one of the last times we've seen him over there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he has any ill will towards Dallas, but I don't think he also has any kind of fond memories with them. It's been kind of a back and forth ordeal all the way leading up to this injury. You know what I mean?
Yep. TTTV said Dak was a carrier for my team. I'm sorry. For your.
He really was, man.
Team. But that's why we're about to help you right here. Let's talk about QB, streaming QB. So if you lost Prescott, if Baker misses this week for whatever reason, Andy Dalton, Fitzmagic, and of course Gardner Minshew. And we also tossed in Justin Herbert earlier in the show.
Yeah, but I mean, for as far as plug and plays this week, yeah, like I would try to get, like if you can't get into the top 3 streamers, go get Kirk Cousins and then Herbert, and then play Cousins this week, and hopefully you hope that he throws all the touchdowns versus them pounding it in over there with Madison. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean that. I like the idea of Gardner Minshew against Detroit as a streamer this week. I really like Andy Dalton this week as a streaming option against Arizona. I like it. It's a presumed shootout. You know what I mean? I mean, the Cowboys have literally the worst defense. They can't stop anything.
I'm just waiting on in the league that I have Dalton. I'm just waiting on the Dak owner to like send me. It's a dynasty league too, so I'm just like, yo, send me some draft picks.
That's right, because you got Rodgers. Who you got? Oh no, you got.
I got Rodgers, Cam Newton in that league.
Yeah,
like
so you're all right.
Yeah, I'm set, dude.
It's a super flex too, so
yeah,
you're all right.
Yeah, I'm about to drop Hoyer, pick up Alex Smith, hoard Alex Smith.
Hey, did they say is it Kyle? Who got named? Did they name Kyle Allen, or are they going back to Smith?
I think it's gonna be Smith, dude.
I hope so too, man, because it's like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Alex Smith. I love that dude.
Teddy Bridgewater. I don't know if honestly after week 5 last week, right?
He balled.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is after week 5 last week, I don't think that he's going to be readily available for you guys on waivers. Like if he's available to you on waivers, then yes, go get you some Teddy. Like right now, also I want to advise, okay, with the bye weeks. If you have a piece on your bench, okay, and you need to, you need to stash like don't wait until the very last minute when everyone all has fucking bye weeks all at the same time. Like this week this week bye weeks are gonna run into each other across fantasy teams.
Yep.
So don't wait. Like if you could get you Teddy Bridgewater now, if you can get you Justin Herbert now, drop some shit that you're not ever gonna use that's just sitting there that's not producing. If you have a piece on your roster that still for some reason is just not doing shit that you're just holding on to for no reason, that's likely gonna when the season ends is gonna be a bust. That someone's gonna pick them up and it's a low risk bust. Go start planning for your bye week so that way you're ready for it. Like if you know that you got a bye week coming up next week, like if don't be like me last week, right?
Especially for your QB. If it's a single QB and you only have one, and you know that bye week's coming up, go grab something available because you're gonna notice this, man. A lot of people that were like, I don't hold two QBs or I don't hold two tight ends. This is not that year. This is that year.
Yep.
You got to have your depth.
You
I'm
have to be
like,
prepared in every
people are
scenario
hoarding things.
possible. Yep,
People are
people are
hoarding
hoarding.
things.
Like,
Yeah.
like put it this way. Last week, in my dynasty league, that I have a damn good record. Damn good record. I fucked up because in that dynasty league, in the way that, like, I mean, this is the way I drafted. You know, there
Well,
was not
it's
really,
come on,
yeah,
Cam
yeah,
Newton.
but
Like
but but yeah, and Cam Newton getting
yeah.
the COVID, yeah, Cam Newton getting the
Yeah.
COVID,
You can't predict that.
yeah, I couldn't predict it, but I still was in a scenario where it was like, damn, Aaron Rodgers on bye. Like, I'm good for the rest of the year now, and I'm just going to dominate that league. I'm good in that league now. But you don't want to be in those positions. You want to have, I actually went ahead and last week I used my waiver claim to prepare me for my bye weeks. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna have Kyler Murray coming up on a bye soon. Oh shit, I need to plan for this. Let me go ahead and snatch up Teddy Bridgewater right now. And that was the
Yeah.
best decision I made because now I'm playing them both.
Teddy B. You know what's crazy? This is when planning goes wrong. And I'll tell you from my experience because this happened to me. Because this is the type of year we're dealing with. So I'm looking at my roster. I'm like, all right, I've been streaming QBs, and I'm holding on to Burrow, Minshew. It's a single QB, but this is just I'm like I said, people are hoarding, and I'm one of them. Holding on to Burrow, Minshew, and then I go ahead and I'm like, I'm gonna drop Preston Williams because he's playing the Niners. I'm a Niner fan. I kind of respect our secondary, which I kind of don't anymore. But then I drop Preston Williams and I go and swoop up Justin Herbert because he was set to play the Jets. Mind you, here's my receivers: DK Metcalf, Keenan Allen, and Michael Thomas. Now I
Nice.
don't have Preston Williams. They've changed the bye week to this week for the Chargers. So now I have and Michael Thomas is on a bye week. So now I have none of those three receivers. I have T Higgins in there, and I'm probably gonna try to reacquire Preston Williams against the Jets. You know what I mean? Because they weren't originally gonna play the Jets this week. It was gonna be the
It's
Chargers.
gonna be the Chargers, yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? Like I was just like, what in the fuck? But you know what? I was trying to plan ahead, and
Gotta be water.
I gotta be water, and I don't regret. I have no regrets because now you know what I'm gonna do. Probably I'm gonna make a decision because I'm gonna need a receiver. I'm gonna hold on to Herbert. I like what I saw with him. I'm gonna play Minshew, so I'm probably gonna release Joe Burrow into the wild. It's a single QB league. You know what I mean? I'm not mad. And Joe Burrow's stretch of matchups kind of bad. It's coming up. Like he has like 3 bad stretches right now.
So J Love says, honestly, that's why I have two in every league that I'm in. Once he gets in, that will pay off.
I hope it's the bye after the
Uh,
Dolphins bye week is when I think we might see Tua. But
all
yo,
right.
Fitzmagic is probably
No,
gonna win. He's gonna
Fitzmagic is
win.
balling. Fitzmagic is balling right now.
He's
I
gonna
don't
beat
think
the
that.
Jets, and they're gonna be 3-3. That means they're 6 weeks in it. They're gonna be
Yeah,
sitting at
that's
500.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Like
saying.
you really need Fitzmagic to go out and to put up a dud or get hurt. Like
Yeah, you need. Yeah, at this point, you're the only thing. Honestly, I don't even know if him putting up like it has to be a serious fucking dud, dude.
yeah, it has
That
to be
has to be a
like it has to
serious
be
dud.
the Fitz tragic game. Remember
Yeah,
everyone loves Fitzmagic and they always say, oh, it's like 4 or 5 game stretch. Hey, we
I'm
went
not.
5
I'm
weeks
not.
straight.
I'm not. Me
This is a record.
personally. Me personally, knowing that like if I'm sitting there holding on to Tua right now, knowing that like if it's all right, if you're in like a two QB league and you're just holding him and you're just hoarding him
If
like
you
for
got
whatever the fuck.
Fitzmagic, I can understand that. But like,
That's the only reason. I'm not really understanding. Like if it's like I could go out, I could go get Chase Claypool off the waivers. Like I don't need like Tua's not going to touch the field like anytime soon. He's not touching the field anytime soon, unless Fitzmagic gets hurt.
yeah, because then I ain't gonna lie. If they win the next 2 games, I don't know who they're playing after the Jets. But if, say they rip off this next 2, now they're above 500. They go to 4-3 if they win this next 2 games. Bro, the moment that anything happens bad to Fitzmagic, they're putting in Tua, and then it'll be like when Alex Smith got a concussion and
It
Kaepernick came in. Defenses did not know what to do because it was a drastically changed playbook, and then that propelled them into the playoffs, and then even on to the
yeah,
Super Bowl.
it
You know what I
has to
mean?
be
Like
that, but
it could
that's not.
be,
It has to
yeah.
be something like that. But right
Because
now,
Fitzmagic is not, he's
he's
not fucking up right now.
wait, yeah, he's playing his fucking ass off. Like he looks
Yeah.
the most comfortable, honestly. But I feel like he's ever fucking looked.
But his style of play right now, he's bound to get hurt. He's running like a motherfucker. Like he's
He's
he's doing
he's.
it all right now. He's the magic man. He's magical even. You know what I mean?
I have him in a super flex and redraft with a 10-player bench. Holy fuck!
Oh yeah, then you're good. You can hold on to him.
How the heck?
That means there's
Damn.
nothing out there. Like one of my
Yeah, there's
biggest
nothing out there
bench.
at that point.
I have a seven. I have a 10 team with 7 bench spots, and like trades kind of go crazy in there. So it's like it's kind of more fun that we have a deeper bench because now it's like people want shit off your bench because you can't find shit on the waiver. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
that's awesome. Hey man, if I have Fitzmagic and Tua, which I did in a super flex, but I was holding on to 4 QBs and I ended up making a stupid decision after the bro after that Jaguars game. You know, I just let Fitzmagic go. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna hold on to Tua because there was something else I needed out there. I made a wrong business decision, but I couldn't make room. This one's a super flex with a shorter bench, only 6 spots, so can't you know what I mean? There's only you got to work with what you're given. You know what I mean? And I'd say depth is key. If it's super flex, holding on to QBs is key. We
Yeah.
all know that. But like single QB, you know what I mean? I'm dropping those QBs no problem that I'm not gonna start.
Jackson says, I got this trade offer. I would receive Kareem. I would receive Kareem Hunt and Darren Waller. Ooh, nice. I'm liking this already. And he would get DK and Hunter Henry. Ooh, shit. I I also have Chubb on IR, so that could possibly be a really good handcuff. You could even start those both if they're both healthy too.
Yeah, shit, man. I mean, dang. That one's tough because you need something. If you need something this week, you need but both of them aren't playing this week, Waller and Henry. You know what I mean? Hunt, you know, if you get Hunt, he has a bad matchup this week, but like you said, he's thinking long term. That's the handcuff for the Chubb. I don't know, man. You know what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see if I can get a tight end for this week right now.
I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I'd be like, I'd be trying to see if I could just get it tight end for the week. As dirty as that sounds.
I mean, shit. That one went over my head. Pause.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that was bad. That was bad.
You know what?
Like Jimmy Graham's probably available to you. Like you could probably snatch him up off of waivers, right?
Yeah, I
And
would.
just play
That's a
him
plug
for a
and play.
week. Like
It
shit.
sucks too though because the one
He's
thing
really just trying. I feel like he's really just trying to get Kareem Hunt
here's
out
the
of
thing. I think
that.
Hunter Henry, and Darren Waller, they're kind of in the same situation where there's like
Well, Hunter
Derek
Henry.
Derek Carr when he has a lot of weapons, he doesn't have to force it to Darren Waller and Hunter Henry. Justin Herbert is just going to the guy that's
So
open. It don't matter
so
what the name is.
so Darren Waller's tight end 4, Hunter Henry's tight end 10. Like
Darren Waller really only had one big blow up game though. You know what I mean? And then Hunter Henry has just kind of
Darren
been
Waller's
like,
just consistent. It's consistency that you're looking for, especially at that position.
yeah, I would want honestly, I would want Waller over Henry.
I would want Waller. I would want Waller over Henry.
Yeah,
The Hunt over the DK part is what's getting me.
yeah, because bro, like DK is. I mean, see, here's the thing: he has none of those guys this week. That's what it is. He's not gonna have DK
Or
or Henry.
Henry.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What I'm trying to do is I'm looking at my bench,
What are your
and
running backs like right now, Jackson? What is your tell me your team? Can you give me your QB? Is this a single QB
we need
league?
we need to know. We
I
need to
need
know
to
the
know.
bench too, because even though this is like Q&A stuff, this is a waiver wire show. We need to know what is on his bench. Then there's stuff he could target to fill in for the week if he can't make that trade, or if he doesn't make that
Exactly.
trade. There should be a receiver out there and a tight end that you could fill in just for the week. You know what I mean? Like
Joss Whedon, I like either the LA teams, whether it's the Rams or the Chargers for Le'Veon Bell. I
in
mean,
fantasy, it's gonna suck. To be honest, like
it's just
where,
gonna suck no matter where he lands. So
yeah,
for fantasy purposes,
like honestly, like I'm gonna keep it all the way a buck. Sometimes you know what motherfuckers don't like to do, bruh? Pack up they shit and move. Watch, he's gonna end up geographically close and go to the Giants where they need a
goes
running
to the
back.
Giants.
Yeah.
He fucks over everyone's Zach Moss dreams in Dynasty.
No. The Giants. The Giants.
I got this.
Yeah.
He fucks over everyone's Zach Moss dreams in Dynasty. Fucks over everyone's current Devin Singletary shares in redraft,
With New
and
York
then
Giants,
goes
not
to
New
Buffalo,
York
and then go.
Bills.
I got this,
Okay.
and then goes to the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, okay, that's
That
what
would
you're going with.
that would be mind blowing. Like,
But
yeah,
he still has to pack up his shit and move. They're like 8 hours away
that's
geographically. Like
but that's
he can
not.
stay. I'm saying though, sometimes brothers is like that though, man. Like think about this, Leonard Fournette. There's a lot of places that he could have went to. He was like, "Fuck that! already in Jacksonville. I'm just gonna go ahead on over to Tampa Bay, get a bag."
I think Leonard Fournette was like Tom Brady's over there in Tampa. I'm gonna get a ring. I'm gonna cruise my way to a ring really
So that's
quick.
true. So maybe and that's where Le'Veon Bell would want to go. Like, let me
I
go
mean,
get a ring in
well,
Buffalo.
and in Le'Veon Bell's defense, he has a shitty personality, just like fucking
Josh Allen, to be honest.
no, wow, Josh Allen
Bro,
does not
because
have it. Don't do that.
Josh Allen coming out of, you don't remember his Twitter rants before, like that they dug up, but he was like 17 years
Yeah,
old.
no,
So
I'm not gonna do that.
yeah,
Nah,
yeah.
I was gonna say as Leonard Fournette. I was gonna say
Yeah,
it's
it's
Leonard
true.
Fournette. Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
they're like the same person. So
It's a
yeah,
good comp.
I could see him trying to find a way to stay in New York. Says Devontae Freeman move over. I'm gonna run for the Giants, but I don't think he's gonna do. I don't think he's gonna do two shitty teams back to back. That's the problem. So if he stays in New York, the only thing
he
that
already went to the Jets to get a bag. He
yeah
goes over
he's
there, he'll
not,
probably get like $3 million for the rest of the year if he goes to the
and
Giants.
he's gonna go to a shitty team. He's not gonna do
Yeah.
another shitty situation. That's what I'm saying. So he's gonna go somewhere else. He's gonna
I
move.
would love to see him just take the min, like, a million, maybe 1.2, and go to Buffalo for real. Because
His recent
Singletary
tweet,
is high.
his
He's that.
recent tweet was already I gotta clearly show when I gotta prove, like so yeah.
Yeah. Bro, he got all
Um,
his money and got away scot free. You know what I mean?
wow, I like what you did there. Fitz must
Yeah.
be an all-time universally beloved locker room guy. Dude sends it every game. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, and like he's a funny dude too, man. Like he'll like. Do you remember a couple years ago when he balled out against the Saints week 1, and he threw like 4 touchdowns in that game, like 2 to Deshaun Jackson. He threw one to Mike Evans, one to Chris Godwin, and then like after the post conference, he took all
He took all of
Deshaun
the
Jackson's
yeah, and
jewelry
he's wearing all of
and
his
he's wearing
ice. Yeah,
his blazer. It was too small on him, and he was just out there wearing the stunners with the chest hair out, and he was just like trying to be real serious, answering all the questions. They're like, "Yo, what's up with the getup?" He's just funny like that, bro. Like he's think about this. He's a Harvard graduate. He's probably smart enough to know, like, hey man, when we play well, when we're out here having a good time playing this child's game. You know what I mean? Like he knows how to take it serious, but also not, take himself too serious. Where they're just out there having fun, they're balling. You see them laughing against my Niners, bro?
yeah, bro. They were having a good ass time.
Yeah,
They were
they
having a
were.
good time. All right, so getting back into Jackson's lineup. Hold on. All right, because this was the super interesting part that I really want to make sure I take care of.
Yeah.
I have Mike Gesicki starting for next week, or I
Nice.
guess for this week. Yeah. My QB was Dak, but it's gonna be Fitzmagic. Okay.
There you go. You
My
got the
running
stack action.
backs, I have Jonathan Taylor, James Conner, and Devontae Freeman. My wide receivers are DK and Justin Jefferson. It's a PPR keeper league. All right, so hang on,
See.
Bogard.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So the trade offer is he's going to receive Kareem Hunt
And Waller.
and Darren Waller.
Send Henry and DK.
So you upgrade at tight end. You still have a decent quarterback there.
And then
Um,
Freeman's only in the lineup because he has these things on a bye week. So like what I'm doing is I'm putting Jefferson in, putting Freeman on the bench, and then if I do make that trade, then I get. Oh, actually, then it would be Hunt. It would be Hunt I'm starting. in that flex.
Yeah, you'd be starting Hunt because you start Hunt and James Conner.
Yeah. And
And
he has
then,
Taylor too, right? He has
yep, Jonathan Taylor in the flex.
Hey, Taylor's about to be a top 3 ranked. I don't know how high to put him this week, but he's playing the Bengals. I'm doing it.
Fuck, I
Just
see what he did. I look. I think I'm seeing what he did. It looks like he went more so running back heavy. He's got Gesicki at the tight end. I don't feel like he needs to.
I don't feel like he needs to do this because he just needs to hold himself down until, like, if this is PPR, you're not starting that third receiver in your flex because you got to remember DK's on fire, bro. Watch when DK.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if I want to get rid of DK.
Yeah, because DK, you get 1 week without him, and you have him the rest of the way, barring injury.
And he has Chubb that's gonna come back off of IR
eventually. Yeah, And then you'll rock your Chubb, Taylor, and who's
you'll go Chubb, Connor, Taylor as your three and then you'll go DK Jefferson. Yeah, Fitzmagic will lead you the rest of the way into the playoffs. Like, once again, I mentioned that Justin Herbert, he's significantly out there. Like, I mean, yeah, no, fuck that. No, you don't.
I'm gonna try to get Herbert and drop Freeman for real. Devontae Freeman, I'm not fooling with that. He's literally a bye week guy you throw in.
Well, his QB is Dak, and Dak is done for the season, so then you drop Dak. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you drop Dak. Yeah, there you go.
So you drop Dak. Yeah, you drop Dak. You go get Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
You go get Justin Herbert, or you go get Andy Dalton. You can play it basic and go get Andy Dalton.
Yeah. And if you don't get any of those guys, go get Tua and rock with Fitzmagic till that thing stops, and then Tua's in there. You know what I mean?
You could go get Teddy Bridgewater even.
Not mad at it.
And there's a lot of different things for QB that he's able to do. To be honest,
I'm gonna grab this last beer I got.
Okay. I did that. We're about to be awesome.
Nice. I actually got 2 more.
You said I got 2 more. I was about to say, I don't know why you did that. We're going to be awesome.
I only had like a 6-pack left, and I went during the first quarter of the game, in the first half. I was just listening to you call the play-by-play on one phone, had my other phone watching the actual game on silent in the grocery store. Me and my lady were just, you know what I'm saying, doing our, you know what I mean? And I'm like, cool, I'll be able to get back, cook dinner, then do the waiver wire show with you. It's kind of dope because I'm a planning motherfucker. There's nothing more gratifying than making your plans, executing it one by one. And that's what this whole premise of this waiver wire show is. Start making your plans week to week. And when we're saying week to week, because now bye weeks are coming up. And just like Robbie said earlier, make sure you start planning for it. And once you start executing these plans and you start seeing your plans fall into place, it's fucking a gratifying feeling, especially when you're getting W's because you're not panicking last minute. And when you're panicking last minute, you make poor decisions.
You make bad decisions,
Yeah. Or people that, if you're sitting next to me panicking, I'm that motherfucker that's like, he's panicking. He's hitting that panic button. Let's go and get things off of him while he's panicking.
Minshew might even be available to you, Jackson, for a QB. Derek Carr could be available to you for a QB. Kirk Cousins could be available. Baker Mayfield could be available to you. Philip Rivers, you can go with Big Nick. I'm just tossing out all of his possibilities. You don't have to. You can drop Dak. You can, if you don't want to rock Fitzmagic, and you can do a lot of different things, Jackson. I think that you don't have to do that trade in order to acquire Hunt, being that you already have Chubb.
Yeah, I'm going. Here's the lineup this week: Fitzmagic stacked with Gesicki. Then you got, Justin Jefferson in there, and
DK at receiver.
Well, DK's not playing this week. He's on a bye. So
he's on a bye.
He needs to plug and play a receiver. You know what I mean? And then he has Jonathan Taylor and Connor this week, and then maybe Freeman in the flex. So because he really is just missing one piece there. Him making his trade doesn't even fill what he needs in his lineup this week.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he would still have to drop. He would add a third running back. He would add Hunt. So he would go Hunt, Connor, Taylor. He would still have to drop Freeman or whoever else on his bench and search for a plug-and-play receiver.
Yeah, he's still going to be searching for a receiver. So, yeah, no, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not DK. Doing it. I'm keeping DK. Yeah.
DK is attached to Russell Wilson. You don't just give that up for something that you want like a Hunt, because Hunt looks nice and shiny. Bro, Hunt's been beat up too. For all we know, he's
Yup.
gonna come out and share a workload this week, like more than ever. He was doing it last week. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, dude, I'm with that take. Cry Cowboy. DK is evolving into a Mecha Mike Thomas, the Terminator with route finesse, soft hands,
hey,
and clutch rush. It's very scary. It is very, very
yeah,
scary.
they're calling him like new Calvin Johnson, and you know Calvin Johnson. They called him Megatron. I'm called Megatron was a Decepticon. Fuck it, we're just gonna call DK the Decepticon. You know what I mean? Fuck
What
it.
what do y'all think about Debo Samuel? I like him, but he really hasn't produced a lot in 2 weeks. He played, but I still have high hopes. He has a
He's
lot of
a
potential.
hold. He's a hold, or he's the throw in a package deal, like a 2-for-1.
Uh,
Like you grab two of your pieces and you try to bring back one back. So that's something strong, because and then when you do this, when you're throwing in someone who hasn't produced like a Debo, there's two things you can do: look for the Niner fan in your league, or look for the guy who's sitting at 4-1 or 5-0, where he can go and grab depth and wait on someone like a Debo, because
yep.
Debo is a hold to me. You know, like I'm still gonna hold on to him. He's still coming back from injury, and like the way our defense has been playing, we might be throwing that thing more. You know what I mean?
I'm if it with Debo, I'm right now. I mean, with the way that Ayuk is balling, it looks like they're super comfortable with Ayuk. Me with Debo, I'm looking to either A, try and move him in with the trade.
Yeah,
B, if that's not the case, then I don't like holding somebody for too long. Like
yeah,
unless like they're like a super valuable piece, like a Michael Thomas. Like despite Michael Thomas, I'll keep fucking holding on to it, right? Even
yeah.
though I have no shares of him. But like I see what people are doing. We're like, I'm just gonna hold on to him,
Well,
you know,
and
or
here's the
either
thing
I'm gonna
too.
or either I'm gonna trade him. Like I'd
Yeah,
be trying to
I'm
do
trying to
that.
package him up. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
package him
get a
up,
two for
ship him
one.
out.
Yeah.
Rain
Oh,
asks, should I pick up Ruggs? Rain, I'm going to assume that you already know.
100%.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to assume that you already know who you're going to drop for him. So I'm going to say yes. Um, and then
Yeah.
Extreme Canes. My QBs are Matt Ryan, Baker. For running backs, I have Jonathan Taylor, Antonio Gibson, Chris Carson, Damian Harris, Raheem Mostert, and Chubb on IR. Wide receivers are Galladay, Pascal, Parker, Landry,
Oh yeah, this is that
and
8-team league. Yeah.
and just got Chenault for Pascal. So do I drop Shark for Hollywood Brown or Chenault?
This is super an 8-team league, because
Yeah,
like
that's
those.
definitely an
Yeah,
eight-team
yeah. Go
league.
ahead then. Just drive. If you don't have an IR to throw Chark in, get rid of Chark and pick up Hollywood Brown. You know what I mean? Like it's a
Yeah,
no-brainer. Like you know what I mean? Like this, an 8-team league is kind of fun, because the only things you really like press to hold on to
you're
are
just
like
trying to
the
build the.
scarcity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're all you're doing in an 18 league is really just trying to build the perfect lineup.
yeah. And you're holding. You're
Like,
only. You're only really holding on to the scarce positions, like high end tight end, high end, quarterback. Like those are the only things I'm probably holding on to, and high end running backs. Everything else, like the depth at the receivers, like look at Hollywood just floating around. You could probably get rid of Chark if you have no IR. To be honest, you know what I mean?
Rain,
Like,
you're gonna do Joshua Kelly for Ruggs. I could see that. I could see
yeah, I'm not
that.
mad at that. I mean,
Uh,
to be honest, too, you're gonna be holding on to Kelly if you don't for a bye week. So I'd rather get Ruggs, because I'll be able to throw.
yep.
I'd be looking to throw Ruggs in
And
for a
even
bye
if
week.
you don't, let's say that you don't throw Ruggs in. Now you're stopping someone else from having that ability.
It's true. You're gonna be don't be like Bogart, who be like, I'm gonna pass on that, and then the next week somebody's starting that motherfucker against me. Like,
Extreme Kane said 12 man. I don't even know how they're there. I don't even know what type of people you're playing against.
you know what, man? Keep dominating, bruh. I
Yeah,
bet you
just
you're
just
dominating
just
that win.
win. Yeah, just win. Just win. Just keep building the best team possible. Like honestly, like
That's crazy. I love it.
yeah,
Good for that.
like like like
For Canes.
like hell. Just looking at it, just got Schnall for Pascal, bro. Drop Pascal, keep and keep drop Pascal, get Hollywood. Like the
Yeah,
like
that's what I was gonna say.
yeah,
If
drop
you're gonna
Pascal,
hold
keep
on to
chart, keep
someone,
chart, keep chart.
yeah.
Drop Pascal, get Hollywood
What's
Brown.
Chark? What's going on with Chark? Anything? Any news? It says an ankle. Any further
I
news?
don't. I have no
Well,
news,
yeah.
man.
Well, that's something I'll ask you on the Q&A. I don't know why I'm asking you now.
That
Streaming
that.
defenses. You got any in mind this week? That's the one
Yeah,
thing
sure.
I looked into it a little bit. One I like is I kind of like the Dolphins this week, bro.
Oh,
That's kind of like my
yeah, I
tight.
like the Dolphins. I like the Dolphins defense this week.
Yeah.
Kevin, yes, ship John Brown, ship downtown Brown.
Yep.
If you're able to trade him. Yeah, dude, I like the Steelers defense obviously this
Oh,
week.
I forgot to add on Gabriel Davis as an ad this week too because
Yeah,
he's
he had
gonna
a good outing.
yeah, and like he's been fairly consistent. He would have opened up the first drive with that touchdown too, but there was a fucking flag on it. And I
Yeah,
mean I'm saying like he's gonna be in a, if you gotta remember with downtown John Brown, he has a soft tissue injury. He also has a sickle cell trait. So that means like it could be double the amount of time. And Gabriel Davis keeps flashing. He had a bunch of fucking penalties himself too. Hella false starts. You see that? He had like three.
yeah, he had a yeah.
This is number 13. Or like this motherfucker every time, bro. But anyways, this dude, they're playing against the Chiefs. You know what I mean? Want a piece of that game. And if I'm missing a DK or something like that, I'm actively trying to get me Gabriel Davis.
There you go. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, why not? I mean, roll the dice. Diggs takes away so much attention, and there's only so much Cole Beasley can do. Gabriel Davis goes unaccounted for, bro.
No, I like it. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
The number one streaming defense, though, yeah, bro. I'm gonna go with you and go with the Dolphins. Um, let's see here. I
We
like the
really don't like
Steelers.
shovel face, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one likes Sam
Yeah.
Darnold.
Yeah. Sorry,
Uh,
Terminator.
you're obviously gonna start the Ravens over the Eagles. Vikings over the Falcons. I like.
That's not a bad one because that one's a lot available too. Who is Houston playing? Houston's playing.
Houston's
Oh,
playing Tennessee. I'm not fucking with that.
yeah, I'm not fucking with that. Who is
Yeah, you're starting Tennessee defense. Tennessee defense should be rostered everywhere. Go get that
yeah.
defense. Washington over the Giants. I'm tempted.
I like that one a lot, bruh. Ooh, that should be the number one. That one's tied. How about this? That one's tied with the fins. This the skins and the fins. I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a really good one,
I think
Robbie.
those are really the main defenses that I've been really trying to toy around with.
And
Like,
if you got the Colts, just keep playing them.
yeah, if you
Don't
got
be
the Colts,
yeah.
just keep playing
Because
them.
I get a
Yeah.
lot of questions like that, like, yo, should I not start the Colts? Like, no. And if you started them last week, they ran one back, they had a couple picks. Like, come on,
With
this is
when I get questions like that about the Colts, I'm like, they're the number one defense.
yeah, you just rock with them until it doesn't work no
Yeah,
more. You know what I mean?
exactly. I'm like they're the number one. Why are you not starting the number one defense? I mean, also with that, like I get where some of you guys are coming from. It's like it's the Colts, not like the most attractive team. Like there's nothing
Yeah.
exotic really about like the Indianapolis Colts. But like, come on, like just because of that appearance, of that allure, guys. Facts are facts. Stats are stats. They're the number one defense in the
It's
league.
kind of like that. It's kind of like that in reality football too. They go into Indy, or they got Indy coming over to them, and they be like, "Oh, it's just Indy," and Indy just fucking surprises them. You know what I
No,
mean? Like the same way, ain't nobody tripping off them, or they worried to roll them out. You just roll them out.
switch Robbie Gold for Mason Crosby as Inceptivus one.
Listen, when it comes to kickers, I'm gonna keep it all the way funky and solid. I just find a kicker that's available on a Monday, the best one that's available between the two. Or in this case, I'm serious because now I got something. If I now I can
Play Mason Crosby.
yeah, I'm serious. See, but here's the one thing why I say this
You
is
can play
because
Crosby or Gold and you're gonna be happy. I get why you're saying it,
yeah,
Bogart. I just answered that damn man's
yeah. I'm
question.
just saying, I don't get married to kickers.
You
I'm moving them every week.
That's why he's asking which
Tonight
one.
I had Stefan Goskowski tonight because he was on the Tuesday. It was the latest I can get. And I'm like,
I know,
yes.
but that's why he was asking which one,
But see,
though.
it
That's
didn't
what,
work out for me. He didn't kick no goddamn field goals. Listen, you have Mason Crosby. There's a good chance he's scoring all the touchdowns, and you better hope he's kicking all. He has 7 touchdowns or something in that game, so he
with
can kick
Crosby.
seven. Yeah, I'm just find a kicker on the Monday. That's my strategy.
Don't,
good
don't,
one.
don't. Oh God.
I love it.
I put
What
a
if
waiver on.
if I'm down 3 points and I'm like, oh shit, I still have a kicker on a Monday. I fucking love that.
I mean, yeah, if that's all that you're needing, if you're down 3 points, but that's
Yeah,
not,
and
that's
since
not, that's
I've
not
been
people's
down,
scenario. That's
I
not
know.
everyone's scenario.
I love it. That's my kicker strategy. That's why in most of my leagues, I just don't even have kickers in it. Like once I'm a commissioner, there's no kickers.
All
We
right,
don't
I
need
get
those
it.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but for his question, there's his question. There's your
Mason
answer, Mason
Crosby.
Crosby. I put a waiver on Madison and Claypool. I put Madison as my top waiver, but I want Claypool more. He's
Get
better for
Claypool
the
then.
long term, even though I
Yeah.
need a back. So if you know that you need a back,
Yeah.
you just answered your own question, Rockout. If you know that you need a back, then you gotta
I
go with the back.
there's several days from here until Sunday's slate, and that's when the Steelers are playing. If you know that you need a back, you go and get Madison if you have priority. Hey, if you don't get Madison and then the next priority is Claypool, move Claypool off the hottest shit he's coming off of and see if you can get you a back. You know what I mean? There's gonna be everyone is like, oh, who got Claypool? Everyone's gonna wake up tomorrow morning like it's Christmas. They're gonna look at
Who
their
got
phone
Claypool?
and they're gonna be like, who got Claypool? And if you got him, people will come talk to you and you'll be like, listen, bro, I need a back. You know what I mean?
There you go. There you go.
Because let's be honest, Alexander Madison is in a smash spot this week and this week only. Everything else after that we can't predict because
Kevin, that's a tough position. Should I drop John Brown for Ruggs? That's a very tough position.
I would do that, but see, John Brown, man, you got to look at the extent of his injury. I'll try to find someone else to drop for Ruggs.
See if you have something a little bit weaker than John Brown.
Yeah, because how about this? This is what I do. This is gonna sound crazy, but I literally do this all the time. Most leagues should have an IR spot, so I'm gonna assume you have IR in this one. I'm gonna drop my kicker or my defense, pick up Ruggs, and wait until they rule John Brown out so I could throw him in the IR and swoop up a kicker to play or a defense to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I can agree with that one.
Yeah.
Chill out 808 ask, should I trade Miles Sanders for Diggs? It's just a running back scarce world right now. Dude,
I kind of like. Did you see what I did today in the SBI? I got all these running backs now, and I need receivers, but I'm not scared because I have.
no, you shouldn't be. Yeah,
I
you have all the
hella
running backs.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm assuming he got Diggs where Diggs went in drafts. No one was taking Diggs in no third, fourth round. He was going to fifth, sixth, and up. You know what I mean? That's where his value was, the fifth and sixth round. So for him to get a potential back of the second round or third round running back, a high end running back, I should say, I'm not mad at that because he probably has good receivers ahead of Diggs on his roster. You just don't like Miles Sanders too, though, so that's probably the wrong person to ask. And
no, I like Miles Sanders. What?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you didn't like Miles Sanders.
No, I like Miles Sanders. That's why I'm
Okay,
like,
yeah.
that's why I'm like, I'm also not doing this.
But I like Diggs a lot too. Diggs is one of those guys.
I really like Stephon Diggs, but that's why because of my I am more biased towards Stephon Diggs, like not even necessarily just because of fantasy like purposes, but yeah, that's why I'm saying no, you need to keep Miles Sanders. If I know that I'm not going to tell you, yeah, go do that just because I really like Stephon Diggs and I hit on that this year. Like a lot of fantasy analysts, a lot of fantasy analysts when they hit on something, they like to run with that and they tell other people that that's what they should do. No, just because I hit on that, I'm not going to sit here and prescribe you Diggs. Keep Miles Sanders.
For scarcity, I'll do it, especially if you have a plethora of receiving options.
If you have a shit ton of running backs, I feel like if you have a shit ton of running backs,
is he shipping off Sanders?
Yeah, no, he'd be shipping off. Yeah, he said. He said. Hold on, let me read this again.
Yeah, because I think I read that the other.
Should I trade Miles Sanders? Yeah, he would have Miles Sanders.
Yes, he's going to bring back. He's going to bring back
Stephon Diggs.
Oh yeah, okay.
No,
yeah, if you have a lot of running backs, I'm doing that. Why not?
Yeah, if you got a shit ton of running backs, you need to have a shit ton of running backs. They need to be flawless running backs.
Yeah, because he said it best, man. It's scarce. You know what I mean? Like holding on to the running backs, like that
You
pays
got
off.
Zeke and Dalvin. Oh God, all it takes is Dalvin to re-aggravate another injury.
How did
Nope,
he get Zeke
nope.
and Dalvin? That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know how you got Zeke, Dalvin, and Miles Sanders, but if
It
you
might have
got
been an
Zeke,
early draft. Might have been drafted early when Dalvin was holding out because Dalvin was falling to like the
yeah,
back of the first, early
that's
second.
true.
So yeah,
That's true. Yeah, no, if you got Zeke, Dalvin, and Miles Sanders, psh, I'm running that shit all year.
yeah. And then I'm trying to go ahead and trade. I mean, maybe grab Madison or something so I can plug in until you know what I mean until Cook
Till
comes
Cook
back.
is back,
Yeah.
exactly. I picked up Cook while the Steelers game, while at the Steelers game, man, was a beast, and I saw it in person. Was litty, nice, nice, nice. It's
Nice.
always nice when you can see the product in person. Like I've
Mm-hmm.
interviewed a lot of these players. Like I kind of just I know, and I kind of got a feel, you know.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that IR, but I got Eckler in my IR spot. Shit. Okay.
Yeah. Dang, it's such a crazy year, dude. It's such
Yeah.
a crazy year, man. And because I feel everyone's paying. I'm in 13 leagues, so I'm in a lot of these scenarios, and all my leagues are deep. You know what I mean? Like, or not deep. They're all 10 team and up. So I have,
Yeah.
like 6 10 teams. I have like 2 14 teams. The rest are all 12. So I have a pretty good variety. Single QBs, super flexes, IDPs. You know what I mean? So it's like all these
So,
scenarios, man. I'm telling you literally what I'm doing. That's me.
so Jackson, for your question, he says I'm thinking about starting either Mike Williams or Michael Gallup in for DK because he has a bye. Which one would you guys start? You're gonna start Michael Gallup because Mike Williams is
Mike
on
Williams on the
bye.
bye week. Yeah.
Yep.
And then,
So you're gonna have Williams and DK on bye, so you're gonna throw in Gallup, bro. Okay.
yeah, so he's gonna throw in Gallup in was that Jefferson he has over there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not mad at that. Gallup, he got Fitzpatrick stacking him with Gesicki. Then he has Jefferson and Gallup. Then he has the 3 running backs. You know what I mean? I mean
Okay.
Freeman, yeah, Freeman. That's your flex, I guess.
Oh,
But
I
you got
gotta attack this one.
go ahead.
What do I do with the Bills defense for next week? They suck this week and play the Chiefs next week. First off, all right, with a defense like that, just
I'm
because
just
they
gonna roll
suck
them
this
out.
week, yeah, just keep rolling them out.
You
We've
gotta
we, we've
remember,
told you
man.
we've told you guys about stuff like this. That's why I don't like seeing comments like that, where it's like when it comes like top ranked defenses, like if
You
you have
drafted
them,
him there. You didn't
yeah,
pick this one up off the waiver. You know what I mean?
exactly. And even if you did, then you're definitely rolling with this. I don't, I can't with that. I
Let's
can't.
hope they were down Tre'Davious White and I forget who they're a secondary. They Josh Norman's their third option at the cornerback.
That's
He
not
was the
what,
only one there
bro.
tonight. Like
What
they
what
were down both their starting
what
corners.
that is you're fresh off of watching the Tuesday night game, and you're just asking, do I get rid of the Bills for this? Do I get rid of we're not gonna do that on this show. Like we're not like that. That's also like the same
Hey,
comments coming
if you
from
got a piece though, if you got a piece that you could drop,
if
like
there's
if you got a piece you could drop, or you got an injured player that
this
you're
is
gonna move
dude's
into the
18
IR.
league. This is dude's
Yeah,
18 league. Come on, man. Come on.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna take a
mean,
real question. I'm gonna take like a more like, come on, man. I'm trying to trade for Zeke Elliott. Team is Wilson, Freeman, Henry, Woods, Galladay, Parker, Mark Andrews, Ravens defense. On the bench, he's got AP, Deontay Johnson, Jimmy Graham, Chiefs defense, and Kill Harry. What would you guys trade?
like so he's
He
trying to
wants
grab
he wants Zeke.
Zeke. Man, you gotta first off, you gotta give him like your best running back, obviously in return.
You're either giving him your best running back or your best receiver, and I'd
No,
rather give him my best receiver.
but still though, no one's coming off of Zeke unless there's a tantalizing running back in return. That's the only way you make these type of trades, unless like you have like a DeAndre Hopkins or something like that, where you're like, hey man, you need a receiver, I need running back. Maybe you could work that. No one's coming off of Zeke that
Yeah,
easy.
like you would have to be like, I'll give you Kenny Galladay,
And his best
Jimmy
running back.
Graham, and
His
like
best running back, which is what?
maybe you could get away with like being like No, you'd have to because the Zeke owner's going to want a running back. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
and
right.
like I don't think if I'm the Zeke owner, I'm filling
I'm
any of
not.
his
I'm not
running
doing
backs.
anything. Yeah, I'm not doing anything off of his team for Zeke. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
instead of this, because I all right. So I have Zeke. I have Zeke, and I actually have Zeke in the league that we're both
me
in.
too. Yeah,
And I'm not moving him for. I'm not moving him for shit. Like it's just
yeah,
not gonna happen. Like it's just not gonna happen.
yeah. I mean,
Like somebody would
it's
have had to be like Zeke for CMC at the beginning of the season before CMC got hurt. Like, and I would have been like, yeah, like we could one for one that. Like, yeah, like and I would have went for that shit. Like that, you're not getting Zeke at this point, especially with no Dak. Like, I'm sorry. Could
if
I start
Zeke.
Ruggs?
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Could I start Ruggs versus the Chiefs and the Browns? Those are the 2 weeks I won't have my wide receivers.
of course.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Those are presumed shootouts. We've seen him in a shootout, just coming off fresh off of one. We hopefully this is a thing that stays consistent with Ruggs, but you know, Ruggs gets immediately put into the boomer bust category for me. But when you're on a bye weeks, you love having that boomer bust guy in there.
Yeah, and when you're on the bye weeks, I mean, you gotta roll with the best player available. I feel, especially if you're in a position where it's like, hey, I can't really drop anything off my bench. Like I gotta roll with this, or I can only pick up things off of waivers, or if you're not able to execute a trade in time, yeah, you gotta roll with it. Extreme Kane says, sorry, this is my 20-man league, though, so I almost lost because of them this week. I think that because it's 20 teams,
It's gangster.
you're over evaluating.
If it's 20 teams, that means there's only probably 12 available defenses. So, you know what I mean? Like, if the you're gonna be releasing the Bills, and
The
then what are you gonna
Bills to
you're gonna be streaming the rest of the way because
all
someone's gonna
you're
pick up
doing
the
in a
Bills.
20-team league, all you're doing with any type of ad drop is you're just making someone else stronger. Stop overthinking. So it sounds like that you're in a 20-person league with a bunch of amateurs where everyone is doing this panicking mode thing, where like one week one person will do bad for a guy and then they'll drop him. And like
I respect you for playing in a 20-team league though. That's
yeah,
gangster. I'm
yeah.
not doing that. Like
Well,
I haven't got
I
there
did
yet.
it. I've done it. I did it last year. Like I've done it. Um, that's one of those things where you kind of just what you're rolling with what's there. Like honestly,
That's funny. I'm in 13 different leagues. And I was talking about how diversified I am, but I don't got a 20-team league under my belt right now.
yeah, I've
But
done it.
if I'm in it though, I'm holding on to a
We did it.
top
We did it. We
10.
did it. We the
Yeah, yeah.
sportscaster league that we did last year. It was like 18, 20 teams, and like yeah, dude. Like,
I
it was very deep and very rarely like
you know what I'm not afraid to do though? If I'm in a 20-team league, fuck it. I'm really not afraid to release the Bills and then go pick up the Dolphins this week, play them against the Jets. Then the following week,
no, you don't
look
do
at who.
that.
I'm just saying. Because once you do that, that's what you're doing. Once you get rid of the Bills, now you're streaming the rest of the way, pretty much.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You're streaming your way to every week, whatever.
and you're likely screwed because of the teams that are going to be available to you. You're not getting any of the teams that are playing the sucky
Love
teams.
the
You're getting the
Redskins this week.
sucky teams. You're not getting the okay. So in a 20-team league this year, you're not getting the Redskins defense.
No,
You're gonna get the Cincinnati Bengals fucking defense.
not doing that either. Yeah, you're
Exactly.
right. I'd rather do the Bills over them.
That's what I'm
Because at
saying,
least the
bro.
Bills might get you a sack or two or turnovers or you know what I mean.
That's
Listen, when it comes to defenses, I'm not scared of how much that opposing offense is going to pile on my defense.
it's
I just want my defense to be able to get active on sacks and
I'm
just
not even gonna entertain like I'm gonna be honest. So I love questions of every type. I love questions of every
he's not
type.
fucking with that one though. He's like, listen, just keep the Bills.
Yeah, well, yeah, that specifically it is like bro, like you're playing against guys that are like dropping like fucking juju and shit. Like, I
No,
mean,
that was in his 12 team or whatever it was. Why are people doing that though? I don't get that.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm not messing with any of the leagues that you're playing in. Do not sound like competitive. Like they're probably competitive in their own
But he
aspect.
want to win though. Still, I don't
I
blame
feel
him. He
it.
want
I
to
feel
win.
it. I feel it. You
Yeah.
want to win, then don't be asking. Don't. Why are you dropping a top 5 defense? Why are you even asking about that?
It's understandable they got tore up this week, right? Just tonight, we just seen them get tore up, but they were missing a lot of
You and
pieces.
recency bias. That's exactly
Yeah,
what you're doing. Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
I'm just saying
We'll take this
that's the only
final
reason.
question. What do you guys think of Jonathan Taylor and Justin Jefferson? I like them both, but Taylor hasn't gotten the ball as much as I like.
Well,
And Justin just came off of a bad week. It's just a bad week. It's just
that's
that.
only yeah, but that he had 2 good weeks in a row. Like that this happens. Like you know what I mean. And where you got Justin Jefferson, he isn't your number one receiver. You know what I mean. You got him late, so you know what I mean. You're happy that he's in your possibly your flex spot or your
Yeah.
third WR spot. He's doing things for you.
Hell, you're
Jonathan Taylor this week is playing the Cincinnati Bengals. He's gonna feast. You know what I mean? Like you're probably not going to be answering this question next week. You're probably going to be asking like so and so's offered me this
yeah.
and that for Jonathan Taylor because Jonathan Taylor should ball this week, and I hope
Like
I'm not jinxing it.
with certain players with certain players like that in certain scenarios such as that. I mean, let's not be the guys to hurry up and be like, they had a bad week. Like, like I'm not going to be the person that's going to be down on Justin Jefferson just because he had a bad week.
Yeah, I'm the person that would be like, yo, Justin Jefferson was balling, and now he fell off for 1 week. I'm trying to get Justin Jefferson off of somebody. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, like
Because I didn't take no chance on drafting that man, or I didn't get him off no waivers.
if
So
yeah, if you're the type of fantasy personality that you're gonna panic off of a bad showing, i.e. Bill's defense tonight, and you're panicking, you're like, I need to get rid of him. If you're panicking off of, just things like that, like right after a game ends, like don't. I always recommend to not do that. I always recommend to not make decisions based off of just a single bad outing. Let a bad out like if you have back to back bad outings. All right, now let's start talking. If those bad outings, like when it's Kenny and Drake, like when it's Kenny and Drake, like when you drafted Kenny and Drake, where you drafted Kenny and Drake, probably back into the first, maybe beginning of the of that second round of that wraparound. Yeah, with Kenny and Drake, I'm that's a guy that I'm like okay, you've had a bad couple of weeks. I'm trying to move you. Justin Jefferson, I'm not feeling that way about right now. Jonathan Taylor, even I'm not feeling that way about now. With Jonathan Taylor, I may be trying to move him for somebody maybe more stable just because of how muddled that backfield is. Maybe I'm gonna try and go get someone with more stable touches. That's not so much in a timeshare. I might do that with Jonathan Taylor, but I mean, I don't feel like panicking over Bills defense
everybody should
or
know though.
Justin
Everybody should
Jefferson
know
or
too.
Jonathan Taylor right now.
Everybody should know Jonathan Taylor is and is always going to be in some type of timeshare. He gets the most. He gets
Yeah.
the most of it. You know what I mean? He's been up and down, but he's playing the Bengals this week. You know what I mean? Please come for my head top if I'm wrong about it next week. But this week he should blow up, man. I like him against the Bengals this week.
No, I agree. I like Jonathan Taylor against the Bengals this week. I mean, if anyone is seriously, panicking and worried about the timeshare, then you know what, move him. But I mean, I'm gonna be honest. This guy has put up double-digit fantasy points for you guys since he stepped on the
Yeah,
scene. He's only scored less than 10 fantasy points, less than
one
11
time.
fantasy points one time.
Yeah, in a PPR even.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not panicking over JT, and I'm not panicking over
Taylor
Justin
Gang.
Jefferson. I'm not panicking over the Bills defense. I'm not there's just certain things that I'm just not gonna do. And panicking is one, you know.
I agree.
Um, can I deem you a pick of my watch list and tell me who to get? Absolutely, Rain. Hit us up. Twitter, Instagram. Facebook, whatever the case, at Rumboyz spelled with a Z, N-E-T. That's where you can find me. He's at the GMM Network. That's where you guys can find us.
Yeah.
We'll find Bogart. Sorry.
Nah, you find. Listen, you can find us on both these joints. You know what I mean? Like, you just listen. We're a big old family over here. You know what I mean? We trying to help y'all. You know what I mean? And tomorrow, listen. Tonight was about the waivers and what.
Tonight was all about the waiver wires.
Yeah, and tomorrow's we're gonna go in depth more with all these questions. You know what I'm saying?
The whole first hour was the most important piece of content of this.
Yeah. Yeah, and like, you know what I'm saying, we're probably going to close this thing right now too, so we could all try to, make sure our waivers are set ourselves as well. Because, you know what I'm saying, because tomorrow, that's that full Q&A. You know what I mean? Tonight, everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody go try to re-up on whatever you could for your needs. You know what I'm saying? Off this waiver wire. Keep in mind, if you guys get Claypool, if you don't need Claypool, still try to get him, I'd say, because someone else is going to want him. And then tomorrow I should expect some questions like, oh, I just picked up Claypool and I got this offer for that. Like, you're going to want that. Like, things that are commodities you take advantage of.
Yeah, if you're able to get Claypool and you're in a situation where you know that you're never going to play him.
Or you don't, or you just got good receivers. Like,
you just got that.
Play him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Try and field offers. Try and use that as some bait.
Yeah. More than likely, people will come at you too, man. Like, people are recency bias is real. They want this shiny new toy. Like, oh my god, you had 4 touchdowns, bro. He's gonna do that every week, bro. Like, people will like.
There are people that are literally gonna
tell
think
themselves that. Yeah, I call them chasers.
I love it.
The chasers that just they're chasing what just happened. They're not trying to predict what's finna happen. I love those people. Those are the people that I pick up the phone call. Yo, you chasing what I got, huh? Boom.
They're my favorite. Those are my favorite people.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been our weekly waiver wire show for week 6. Bogart, where can people find you?
Shit, man. You know what I'm saying? After you find me here, you can find me on the brother channel of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. That's at YouTube/the GMM Network. Go ahead and subscribe to us over there as well. And you can also find me at GMM Network on both IG and Twitter. I'm more active on IG. If you guys do DM me over there, just make sure you throw in the in the DM. This is so and so. I was in the chat during the one of the live streams. That way I can know it's just not some crazy, because I get a lot of crazy people DMing me just random shit. So as long as I know it's about the fantasy and you were supporting us over here, I'm definitely gonna take care of y'all, because I am a proud member of the Rumboyz. And you could also find the Real Fantasy Playmakers, which is our flagship show, available on Spotify. Hey.
Hell yeah! If you guys are new, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, leave a like. And if you guys have any other questions, you can always comment after this video, after this live is done, and you can drop your questions there, and we can always hit up your questions on this video. We'll go back through. We always check to see if people have commented. We get the notifications, all that good stuff. So you can always leave questions on these videos after they post live. I've seen a lot of you guys have already started getting accustomed to doing that, and I've been getting back to you in the comments. You can also DM us lineups. Rain, it sounds like you're going to DM me a lineup. You can screenshot us lineups, DM us lineups at Rumboyz, spelled with a Z, N-E-T. That's where you can find me. All social media, from Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, we got it. We're out there. Sign up for Rumboyz.com. All of our articles are free on Rumboyz.com, and we also have a slew of analysts over there that will be able to assist you guys over on Rumboyz.com. You can even post questions on Rumboyz.com in the forums, and people will get to you. But you can also check out our articles in the Captain's Corner, and also check out our merch as well. Other than that, greatly appreciate you all. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do. Dilly dilly. We out of here, y'all. Peace.
Holy shit.